Excited. Today we're going to be making same day sourdough New York style pizza. We give it about a 6 to 7 hour rise at room temp. And at the end, we're going to cook it on, we're going to make 4 bowls today though. So we're going to cook 1 on a steel, 1 on a stone, and then tomorrow and the next day, we're going to cook it in the wood-fired pizza oven outside after it ferments. So we're going to do it at 65% hydration today. So for those of you who don't know the hydration, we'll explain it as we go, but 65% will just help it rise a little faster. So to start, we're going to add your water. So this is a lukewarm water, I don't know, 90 degrees or so. We're going to do 370 grams of water. We're going to add it. We're doing this in a KitchenAid today on a mixer with a dough hook. You can do it by hand. It's just a lot more work. So that was 370 grams of water. 15 grams of salt. I have a Mediterranean sea salt here. So we're going to put that in there. And this is an easy recipe because you're just going to basically throw everything in there and mix it all up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dissolve the salt a little bit. I put the starter in. Next, we're going to put the starter in. So I have my starter here bubbling. Fed it this morning. And it's been, all day. So see, there's really nice and bubbly. All right, so we'll mix that salt up a little bit. It's a coarser salt, so it takes a little bit more to grind up a little bit. All right, so with this though, we're going to take the bowl off because I'm going to do my starter because it's a little gooey. So I'm going to tear the scale with the bowl on it so I get the right amount of starter in there. All right, so now it's zeroed out. That's what that means. So with the bowl, the water, and the salt in there, now my scale is at 0, so I can accurately know how much starter I'm putting in there. So I'm going to go and I'm going to use 120 grams of starter in here. So let's put it in there nice and slow. All right. And you see how nice it floats up to the top. Oh my goodness. This is going to come out great. I love sourdough. I got turned on to it a few months ago, about 6 months ago, and I use it for everything now, all my baking, because I just dig it. Focaccia, style, Sicilian style. This one's going to be New York today. So we got about 120. There we go. All right. Let's put that over to the side. All right, let's get that on there. We can mix that around a little bit too, right? It's all going to get mixed up once it goes anyway. So there we go. Now it's all mixed in together. So with that, we're going to add the flour. Now we're going to add 600 grams of flour. So be careful on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it in, and then so it doesn't go all over the place. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to start it on 1, right? Let's just get it incorporated. Like I said before, this is a pretty easy one. Let's mix it up. Let's get it incorporated. And this will take just a couple minutes. And the only other thing we're going to add in this tonight is going to be a little olive oil. We're going to add about 5 grams of olive oil for that. Now, sometimes when I'm doing New York, I'll add a little sugar to get caramelization. But since we're going to be doing this dough, I wanted to show you all what this dough is going to look like in a 5-degree home oven on a steel. I'm going to do it on a Pampered Chef's as well. And I'm going to do it in my wood-fired oven. So I'm going to outside at 900 degrees. So I'm going to show you what the differences are going to look like in the result. So do me a favor, subscribe so you don't miss those other episodes coming up, and give me a like if you list so far. At this point, it's pulling everything off the bowl. It's cleaning the bowl for you, basically. And once you get most of it off there, and once it's in a nice, I wouldn't say smooth because it's not going to be a smooth ball at this point. It's going to be a little shaggy looking, but it's going to be a nice ball. And it's getting most of the side walls. That's what I'm going to take this 5 grams of olive oil and just start drizzling it in. Don't pour it all in at once. Just drizzle it in nice because it's going to make the dough ball come off the hook a little bit. Pick up a little speed, right? We'll turn it up to 2. Get it in there a little bit. There we go. And let it get incorporated. It looks nice and smooth now. It's getting in there. It's all really nice. All right, that's going to be it. So with that, we're going to take it off. We're going to open this up. We're going to lift this up. So look, it's a little sticky. Okay, but it's all in one bowl. It's all in one piece, right? So with that, we're going to take this off here. I smell the sourdough. We're just going to do a couple of quick pull and folds in the bowl here. get it off and make it into like a nice ball in the bottom. Not a big deal, not crazy. All right, and now we're gonna let this sit for 30 minutes. In the restaurant or in the pizza place, you're gonna make this, and then they're gonna make it in a 50-pound bag, and they're throwing it on a table, and it's gonna sit on the table for a little bit, and they're gonna cut it up into balls. It's gonna take a little while. For us, we're only making 4. So with that, we're gonna let this sit for 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes is up. So I did cover this. I forgot to tell you all. Put it away. I mean, you just let it sit there. Or else it gets, it could get that crusty, depending on the humidity, could get that crusty top on your dough, and you don't want that. So let's, it's a little sticky, so it's going to come out. It's going to take a little bit of work to get it out, right? But now it's out. See, the bowl is got a little bit of residue in it. Not a lot. All right, but what I'm going to do is I want to make 4 balls, so I can do a stretch and fold here. But what I want to do is put it on the scale right now. So it's around 1108, right, total. So divide that by 4. I'm at 250 plus 25. It's 275. And like 275, 277. Is that right? Right? All right, I'm using a scraper, dough cutter. So we're gonna tear that out. So around, what did I say, around 275? 275 plus 2, 277 each. Man, that's good today. There you go. All right, 1, 2, a bit more. And this one should be right there. So we're making 4, right? So 2 are going to be for tonight, and then 2 are going to be for later. We're going to do it in the wood-fired oven. So I have this tray. I'm going to put the 2 for today in here because we're just going to leave it out to proof. These 2 are going to go away in the fridge. So I'm going to oil up the bottom. It's an olive oil. You can use canola. I wouldn't use canola. Some people just use flour. So I roll my doughs different. I started making pizza when I was like 12. My brother owns some pizzerias, and I got taught to basically it's like a stretch and fold, but like a mini stretch and fold, right? So I'm folding, I'm pulling, and I'm tucking, and I'm pulling and I'm tucking. So I guess that would be like a total mini, like 10 mini stretch and folds, and then you get it over and you pinch. So I'll do it. I'll show you on the close up in a second too. But then you seal it on the bottom. You don't want holes on the bottom, right? You don't want a hole in the bottom. You don't want any, because then it'll affect your stretching. So that's a perfect little dough ball, right? So I'm gonna swish it around. I'm gonna flip it over. So I'm gonna get some oil on the top. Then I'm gonna go to 2, right? So basically, I'm gonna do this on this little camera here. See, we're gonna go. We're basically. I gotta try and go in slow mo. We're pulling and pushing. We're like, I don't know, making a like almost a little heart. When you put your hands together, you make that little heart sign. But and then you roll it over, and then you just pinch. You pinch till you just make your way up the dough till it's sealed up. No holes. No holes on the bottom. Dough's nice. This is a nice dough. Then you guys will see. When you make this recipe, you'll see how nice this dough is. All right. I mean, this is beautiful dough. So the 2 in the purple we're going to put away. We're going to ferment. We're going to cold ferment. We're going to put them in the fridge for at least 24 hours. The 2 in the tray, in this tray right now, see nice and shiny, right? We put them in, nice and shiny. They're sliding around. You want to make sure they, get it so they don't stick later. So we're just going to put a lid. It's about 70-ish in my house right now, 72. So we're just going to put the lid on it. Right? And then for these, we're going to put the lid on it, put these in the fridge for later. But later tonight, we'll come back. We'll fire up my conventional oven, regular oven. We'll fire it. It goes to 550. So we're going to fire it up to 550. And I have pizza steel in there. Pizza steel is about a 1/4 inch thick piece of steel. 16-inch by 16-inch. And I do have this old Pampered Chef ceramic. A lot of people may have one of these floating around, and we're going to do one in there too. So we're going to do the first pizza on the steel and the second pizza on the ceramic, and we're going to show you what the difference is. And if there is a difference. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so going to be a surprise to me too. See you later. All right, we're back. So the dough that we made earlier has been proofing and at room temperature now for 7 hours. So it's nice and fluffy, both of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these out, take one of these out. Oh yeah, it's nice. Take this out, put it in flour. This is some double O I have here in the bowl. All right, got to be careful with this because it's very. We didn't cold. It wasn't cold fermented, so it's very, very soft. Very soft. So I'm putting some semolina, little semolina flour on my board, and like I said, I'm using double O on the flour. All right, let's work it from to the edges. From the middle to the edges. Try not to push down the edges. I already heard some bubbles going there. And we're going to do a little bit of, I'm going to do a little pulling. Being a New York style guy, I just flop it. I don't want to make a mess. So we're just flopping it nice and easy. This is very, very loose, very loose. Make sure there's enough semolina on here so it doesn't stick. All right, let's spread it out. Nice. And we got the tomato sauce. Is just a can of muti. I did the whole tomatoes, whole peeled tomatoes, and I just ground them up in an immersion blender, and they come out really nice that way. And I just add a little salt and sometimes a little sugar. You taste them, you know. It's to flavor, but nothing else. And we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to go to the edge. Almost. We're going to leave a little crust there. And for this one, we're just going to add some fleur de latte mozzarella. It's fresh mozzarella. I just chopped it up. Along with on the sauce here, we're just going to make kind of a margarita. All right. So let's make sure we get enough here. Make sure we get it around the outside. Nothing worse than not having enough mozzarella. And I did julienne some fresh basil, so I'm going to put that on here too. I mean, some people put like the whole, you see it like, I think it's more for decoration. You put on these whole leaves of basil. And I mean, I don't know what that does, but I don't know. I mean, I guess there's something to it, but that's it. Beautiful. And we're going to put this in the oven. Now, this was a 7-hour rise. And we're going to put this on the pizza steel. We're going to shake it off. Nice. There we go. In there. This should take, it's 550. That's on the pizza steel. It should take around 6 to 7 minutes. As you can see, it's rising nicely around the edges, starting to bubble up on the crust. For the next step, we're going to use pizza peel metal to get in there, and let's take a look. Let's see how she's coming out. So let's look at the bottom. Nice and brown. A little browning on there. And we're going to spin it. Just a little rotation. And that's Harley. Say hi, Harley. All right. So at this point, the pizza is just about ready. Pull it out. Smells delicious. Looks delicious. Let's bring it over here. Throw it on the pan. Do a little pecorino romano. You can add oregano if you'd like. And we're going to do a little olive oil around the edge. Right? Beautiful. No flop. Beautiful. Look at that. Nice. Nice browning. Nice undercarriage. Nice crunch. Beautiful. Now this was on the pizza steel. Okay. Next, we're going to make another pizza. Same pizza. So there's no argument. And I'm going to do it on the pizza stone. So coming right back. Okay. So on the stone is out of the oven. Pretty. Undercarriage not as brown as the steel. But, I mean, the oven cooked nice and even. I mean, when you look at the overall top of the pizzas, they look very similar. All right. Oh, we're gonna got to put some olive oil on there. There you go. Let's oil the crust up a little bit. And then I'll add a little more pecorino just for color. All right. So, pretty good looking pizza. I mean, the only difference is, look at the undercarriage. The pizza stone. I mean, that was even in the oven longer, heating up longer than the steel was. The steel we did first. So look at the difference let me see if you guys can see this, right? Look at the difference in the undercarriage on this pizza. I mean, big difference. Pizza steel, winner by far as color goes. But overall, both beautiful pizzas came out of the oven, 550 degree oven. Very nice browning all around. Everything we've used today, I mean, we've used a cutter, I've used a spatula, used some dough tools and whatnot. Everything will be in the description. If you need to get some from Amazon, the links will be in the description. If you like this video, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And look forward to the next one, which we're going to do in the wood-fired oven versus the inside oven. We're going to do sourdough in the wood-fired oven next. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you all. Have a good night.